What is going on, everybody? John with Refinery Fragrances. We are with a very special guest. You probably know who this is.
Yep.
Mr. Joe sent me.
What's going on?
First time on the channel.
Thank you so much.
We've only been in a video once together.
That's true.
With Al from Street Sense.
That's true. Yeah, we were in that video.
Oh, we were in that. Or no, that was with Steven, wasn't it? Steven.
Yeah.
You were there.
Right.
I was
the host.
That was the last time we got together.
That's right. For Scent Explorer.
Oh, yes.
2022.
I can't wait for this year.
We're gonna have an amazing show this year.
Yep.
We're in the planning stages now, and it's gonna be big.
So what have you been up to? Most of you follow him, but
yeah, I've just been busy discovering and experiencing more perfumes, getting ready for Scent Explorer, getting ready to have a kid in August. So yeah, big thing. So
yeah, that's beautiful, man. Well, Joe stopped by today and drove about an hour
and a half.
And where are we? In Indiana?
We're in Anderson, Indiana. We're on
a tour bus.
On a tour bus right
Joe
now.
Came bearing gifts. You're so kind every time to us. And so we're going to go through some of the things. I have not smelled any of these that Joe has graciously brought to me. So where should we start? Let's start with... We'll start with this. I'm a big fan of this brand.
Yeah.
You're a big fan of this brand. Primera, Knightsbridge, Oud.
Yeah, Primera,
This is quite different than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
This is like kind of like a classy, like masculine, classic style of fragrance.
It is. It's oud done in a safe way, but kind of like when you think of Knightsbridge, you think instantly of England. You think of British. So think of British royalty and oud, but in a safe, more timeless, classic version of a woody, I guess, perfume.
Yeah, it's kind of it definitely has that like British perfumery, like the classiness of something that is classic British perfumery.
Absolutely.
But having oud in it is
it's a plus.
It's an interesting touch. It's always a plus for people like us. We always love oud.
And Primera is from Kuwait, so there's no shortage of oud in Kuwait. And,
so I hear.
So the owner of the brand, who's also the perfumer behind every single one of these perfumes, he has access to some of the greatest library of perfumes.
Yeah, really. Yeah, you can tell. This is my 6th bottle from Primera. I've been impressed with everyone, from the way the scent profile is to the performance. Like, none of them are lacking. Any of the ones that I own, I feel like, okay, this is a complete fragrance. This is not something that there's nothing in my mind where I'm like, oh, I want more of this or less of this. They're kind of just perfect the way they are.
Yeah. And
they're right up my alley. That's like my kind of, their style is very much in my taste.
Absolutely.
Range. So, wow, my voice sounds terrible.
That's okay. All that singing he's been doing on the bus.
Knightsbridge, Oud. This is a really good one from Primera. Moving on.
Yeah, what else we got?
Oh, we got some stuff back here.
Yeah, we do have some. While we're on the oud kick, maybe we should.
Maybe we should.
That way we can end.
So this was a nice surprise because I know how limited this is.
It is very limited.
So I feel very fortunate to have a bottle, because you know what they say, Joe?
Yeah,
you're not hardcore unless you live hardcore.
That's right.
Okay? As they say, as a wise man once said, hardcore oud. Joe sent me collaboration with, why don't you talk about
Pre-Production Perfumery. He is as a perfumer, I would say he's an amateur perfumer, but I don't mean this in a negative way at all. It's a pretty small startup brand, and he did it all on his own. And he based all of his perfumes are based on movie characters, because this guy's also a film student. He's also a filmographer. He's done stuff for a bunch of people, and he's now in school for business at Harvard, and he's getting himself out there. So he wanted to team up with me, create a fragrance. His perfumes all start with Roman numerals, and he asked me to choose a Roman numeral, and I chose XXX as my Roman numeral. So that's me.
And you know what? I think that there is a hardcore element to this, but that shouldn't scare people away.
Nope.
If you're somebody that is maybe, I don't know, afraid of oud, maybe it's not going to be for you. But it's not as I was expecting something.
It's not
a bit,
skanky.
not skanky. I was expecting
it's not fecal,
skanky.
It's not animalic. It's
I was
not
expecting all of
barnyardy.
that.
So I called it hardcore because of the XXX part of it. So,
Yeah, this is very smooth,
yeah.
sophisticated. It's like it has like a very soft quality to it,
Yep.
but not in terms of performance because I've been wearing this for the past 5 hours and it's rocking.
40% concentration, so it's hardcore in that regard. Yes,
it is.
And you can find it online. There's a link in my bio on Instagram,
And we'll put it down below.
and you can just click on that link, and you'll be able to purchase it there, and we'll ship it to you in the U.S.
Yep. This one, if you guys are oud fans, $75.
$75. It's like a no-brainer.
This is
Especially if you love me, and even if you don't, and you love him, do it for him, and you'll see that he was right.
And if you hate both of us but love oud, check it out.
All right.
Hardcore oud.
All right, let's move on to
Next
something
up.
completely different.
All right.
What other goodies do you have?
Joe brought. I'm showing a lot of the full bottles. Shall we show them the bag of samples and
we
discovery kits?
we can.
I mean,
it's pretty massive.
we're not going to go through it all. I'm just going to give you guys an idea. Look at that.
I mean, yeah. So that's.
There's probably only
There's enough,
60 samples in there.
There's enough in there for him to have probably a year's worth of content for YouTube.
Let's go.
No kidding.
Wow, is that that's a challenge? I feel.
I don't know.
Challenge accepted.
You know what? God bless you. Go ahead and do it.
I got to keep up with this guy. It's hard. Next up, we have something else that's brand new to me and
not new to me, but I wanted to share this with these guys because I knew they would appreciate this.
I'm pretty blown away by this.
This is Provision. Provision, by the way, they make soaps. They also make oils and body creams and different things. But this is one of the perfumes that they have. Also one of my favorites. And it's called Resonance. Resonance. And it is exactly what the name implies. You'll notice too the color. It's also cloudy. It's because this is done with a lot of naturals. She's all about using the best of the best.
Yeah, you can see that
naturals,
cloudiness.
high quality perfumes, and resonance. All about the name. It's a it's a resinous.
Very resinous.
Perfume, and it's rich. It's also balsamic.
Very. I could see somebody potentially who's out there that is into something like a Burberry London.
Yeah.
Maybe reaching for something like this.
Yeah.
It has that very autumnal feel to it. Like I want to wear this in fall.
Yeah, I was gonna say this thing wraps you like a blanket. It's very warming. It's very inviting, but it also is very puts you in a state of really meditative, really chill. Feels good, and I remember when just a few hours ago when we put it on him, I was like, man, you smell so good. You smell like it just makes me want to come back to you,
and this is the kind of performance I'm after.
Yeah, and this is a huggable one. So if you are looking for a perfume that's a cuddle scent or a huggable perfume, this is definitely it.
Netflix and cuddle.
Yeah.
This one.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, I need to dig more into this line because
go for it.
I
can't wait to see what reactions you get from it.
Very impressed by this, and this is I think a 45 ml bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. Wow.
Yep.
Also gives me vibes of Egypt by Eight and Bottle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That spiciness, that resinous kind of feel. Last but not least,
patchouli.
From the full bottles.
Yes.
Real patchouli, Boys 1920. Huge Patch fan.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I know that he is, and I figured he'd appreciate this patch. It's one of my favorites. This is already in my collection, and I wanted to bless Jonathan here, Mr. John Panzer himself, with a bottle of his own real patchouli. And let me tell you, folks, on its own, this is fantastic, but just put it on in the daytime, and then if you want, you can layer this with something else and maybe give you like a nice soft, warm. This is a very soft, warm patchouli, not your, skanky, very hippie. No, none of that.
And it's this
psychedelic, trippy stuff.
And this is not something like a psychedelic by Joe Boy either.
No, it's different. It's not like that.
Me too, because it's not that gothic, deep, cakey, chocolatey patchouli. This has some lighter, more aromatic elements that I really like. I smell like I get tobacco.
Yeah, there is. There is tobacco in it as well.
It's
in the dry down.
This is beautiful. This house again is one that's kind of, it's on my radar, but they're so difficult to find in stores.
Yeah.
Right. So they're like pretty exclusive. Maybe Saks in New York has them.
Well, you can. I think Max Aroma.
Or Max
has
Aroma.
it.
Yep.
So Max Aroma. I think Lucky Scent also does too. So, but they also have a new line of perfumes that they showed at Essence. And I have a couple of them at home. I almost wished I didn't forget them because they would blow you away. But we had so much fun exploring on this bus.
I know.
I kind of had like a mini convention in here, and let me tell you, all the band members walking in on the bus, all the crew, whoever was on here, when they walked through here, they're like,
we opened these windows.
Yeah, we had to open the windows.
We needed a cross breeze for sure.
But it was fantastic. It was like one of the best feelings in the world, especially if you love perfumes, and like it just smelled like a perfumery, literally on wheels.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like every time I'm with Joe, and it makes sense, I guess.
It does make sense.
We're smelling perfume, and that's like, it's been a joy. The first time we met was last year.
That's right.
And we got to go to the Lair, his now famous perfume palace, and we had a little mini version of that today.
We had a little mini. I brought the palace with me. That's what I wanted. So
this guy, Joe, you're the man.
Thank you, man.
Dude, thank you for coming out. Yeah. Thanks for turning us on to brands that we may have never gotten a chance to smell.
Absolutely. And if you're in the area again, I want to do this again and again and again and again because it never gets old.
Yep.
Discovering perfumes, trying out new things, falling in love, and just with new things as well. Just that's what it's all about. I just love this. I love you guys. I really wanted to do this for you guys.
We love you, brother. And it's been a great day, and I mean, look forward to many more meetings, more to come with Joe Sent Me in the future.
That's right.
John, Refinery Fragrances. The Joe Sent Me.
That's right.
See you guys soon.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.